Hi everyone, it's Gareth here at Eurovision Ireland, and I have possibly my favourite guest of all time with me again for the fourth time. As per usual, I will introduce her by using hashtags because she likes that and I like it as well. So I'm with the hashtag fantastic, the hashtag goddess, the hashtag super duper, the hashtag now Eurovision winner, the one, the only, the hashtag unstoppable, Miss Conchita Wurst.
Hello.
Conchita, my dear.
Hello.
It is always so good to talk to you.
Well, the pleasure's on my side, darling.
Oh God, you say the sweetest things and I love you for that. You have kept your promise and you've come back to Dublin.
Yes, that's true.
Where it all began back in November of last year.
Yeah.
Can you believe the past 6 months that have happened, or the past 7 months that happened for you?
Oh my God, we talked to each other in November, and you know, it was like fun, and yeah, we're gonna win, whatever. But all of a sudden it happened, and my life completely changed. And you know, it's such a big deal for me to be here, you know, because as you said, you know, I have many friends now. Mm-hmm. So I really focus on those people who supported me all the way before all the things happened, and so I'm very thankful to be here.
We're so happy to have you. So you're here for Pride. You're going to be opening up tonight the Pride celebrations in Dublin by performing at the George. How excited are you to be returning there?
I'm totally excited because my last gig at the George wasn't even planned for a long time. You know, it was you actually arranged this, I think, kind of. So it wasn't, you know, it was like, you can sing at the George, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And it was the best night ever. I had so much fun, and the girls are just stunning. And you know, from that day on, we are following each other on Twitter, but of course we haven't seen each other, so it's gonna be very exciting.
We know that it's like a flying visit almost, because you're going over to do London then.
Yes.
Straight after that.
Yes.
And that's London Pride then as well.
Yeah.
You must be one proud woman.
Oh, you know, it's just fabulous. And as I said before, my life completely changed, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I get the question, like, are you exhausted or tired or whatever? I can't. Mm-hmm. You know, I always wanted my life to be like that. And I can't be tired. It's just, everything is so exciting.
I suppose I need to get something off my chest here, okay? And, you know, and I never give out to you, you know, but I have to give out to you this one time, okay? I have never cried at Eurovision in my life until this year.
Me neither.
I cried unconsolably when you won. So much to the point I was on BBC Radio and they nearly had to say to me, get off if you don't stop crying. And then I went into your press conference and I was trying to ask you a question and I had to bite my tongue to stop from crying.
Oh my God.
For me, the biggest and the most interesting thing was in your semi-final. Because when that wall of emotion came back from the audience at the end of the song, I could see it, because I was right up at the front, and I could see it in your eyes. You were taken back by this. Oh my God.
I was crying the whole time. Yeah. At the semi-final, really these 3 minutes were the only 3 minutes of the night I didn't cry. Really, because I went off stage, and if we were that front, you saw that I bursted into tears. And yeah, it was unbelievable.
I just like to say, she's still pretty as hell when she's crying off camera, you know?
I don't think fabulous.
So. Oh, you were?
Tamara Mascara had a tough time to put my face together.
Now, since you won Eurovision, it's just been a whirlwind for you. You're going everywhere, and people are... Elton John, you know, has sent you flowers, been in contact with you. Cher tweeted... She doesn't like the hair, but hey, Cher, look at yourself in the mirror sometimes. Yeah, I went there. But I mean, have you been taken aback by? You've captured the public's imagination, even from famous people down to 5-year-olds. My 5-year-old niece loves you. absolutely adores you.
That's but I don't have words. You know, it's just incredible, and receiving all these you know, attention and congratulation cards from very famous people is just overwhelming. And I also love that like your niece, you know, 5 years old, she probably can't really, you know, understand what Eurovision is and all that stuff, but she likes the bearded lady, and that's, for me, it's just great, because kids are so important, you know. They see with their hearts, and I think that's really something we should learn from them.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there completely. I mean, some of the reactions that I got from our videos that we've done over the past few months, I mean, a lot of people have been asking questions, and that was always the thing that you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get people talking.
Yeah.
Even if it was good or bad, just get people talking, you know. And there was just a press conference there, you know, just earlier on today, and yeah, you were talking about it yourself, and somebody asked in the audience, you know, I mean, how do you describe yourself? And a lot of people don't understand. They said, is it a man, is it a woman, you know? And I suppose, and I'm not belittling anybody, you know, who's asked those questions, you know, but you are a man, but, you know, you have a beard, but this is a performance that you do.
Exactly.
And it's a creativity process that you do.
Yes, totally. I think I'm a drag artist, you know. I think it's the easiest way to describe it. And yeah, we drag queens, we are the glamorous girls on stage, and most of us, we are very lazy at home and very messy. I think drag queens are very messy. I think it comes with it, you know.
You don't look messy anytime we ever see you.
Oh, thank you.
No, you always look amazing.
Don't look at my makeup brush.
So I want to know, what is next for Conchita Wurst? That's what everybody keeps asking.
Yeah.
What is she going to do next?
Well, I'm working on music, and I want to create an album, and these are all those things I really focus on. I don't have a date, you know. I don't have a date to release something, because I want the next song to be very good, you know, and really need quality, because as I said, you know, that I'm a worst critic, so I really need my next steps to be, you know, the right ones.
Yep.
So I take my time to find the best song I can imagine, and well.
It was really interesting to me when we spoke in Copenhagen, because I'd asked you back then, is that how had you changed in the whole Eurovision process? And you very articulately, you said to me, I've learned to say no, you know, and I've learned and not to feel bad about saying that. Has that continued now, and does it feel easier to do that? Because I know, as you said yourself back in Copenhagen, it wasn't something that comes naturally, because you don't want to offend anybody, but it was you taking control more. Is that still the case now, and is it progressing and
Yes,
growing?
it is, totally. And I think that's very important, because, you know, before Eurovision, and especially before winning Eurovision, it was all like more, how can I say, it's still fun, don't get me wrong, but back then it was more having, you know, trying out and doing, and now I won and everybody's looking at me. So I really have to make the right decisions, and I have to be clear about what I want and what I don't want. So I really need to separate things, especially I need to separate emotions with business, you know.
Okay.
But I'm really clear and tough when I want things to happen, you know. I have a whole team in my background, and we are talking constantly, but in the end of the day, I'm the boss. And I had to learn that. I really had to learn that, because at the end of the day, it's my fault, you know. It's the artist who get blamed because of a bad song or whatever. So I need to make the decisions from my heart, and I have to be very clear about that.
And is your iPod still full of Madonna, Cher, Lady Gaga?
Yes. Yes, nothing changed.
Have we added anybody else onto that list since Eurovision? And I'm thinking of, a few people at Eurovision who I know you're close with.
Oh yeah, of course, Ruth, of course. Then the wonderful Miss Nielsen, of course. Oh my God, and my boys from Greece.
The boys from Greece, if everybody can't remember, had the song called Rise Up. It's now going to be used as a campaign for Viagra, I believe. I'm only joking.
These are just, and I think these are, and I also love Twin. There are so many people are really, they're inspiring. Mm-hmm. You hang around 2 weeks, so you get the chance to talk to each other, and I think very important things happened back then because you learn from every artist. As an artist, I think you should learn from each another. Mm-hmm. So I really did that, and of course with Ruth, we're gonna see each other next week, I think.
You're anticipating my questions now.
I'm sorry.
You're meeting with Ruth Lorenzo next week.
Yes, I will.
And I believe you're going to be performing in one of Spain's biggest shows.
That's true, we will.
What is it about you and Ruth that get on so well? Because when you were going up to collect your statue after winning Eurovision, yourself and Ruth had a big hug on the way up to the stage. What is it about you and Ruth that gelled so well together?
I don't know. It was love at the first sight, and even before that, because I saw her, of course, on YouTube and her video and stuff like that, and I knew that she's a good person, and I knew that she's fun, and I knew that she would be my BFF for Eurovision, And beside that, also like with Susie, She's so great, and we three together, we had such a great time in London. It was so much fun, and in Café du Paris, and it was just fooling around, and it was really, really great. And the night I hugged Ruth before getting the trophy, I was looking for is Susie anywhere, because I really wanted to. Actually, I wanted us three to go on stage, and we're like, hey, Charlie's Angels, and. But yeah, I had to grab it on my own. So.
Now, I always say this to you, but do you mind if I get personal with you?
No, of course not.
Now, you got presented earlier on today with a Claddagh ring.
Yes.
Yes.
Here it is.
Now, for everybody who's not from Ireland, a Claddagh ring is a beautiful ring with a heart on it. And see the way the heart is pointing now. If it's pointing away from you, it means that you're single and you don't have anybody, special in your life. If it's pointing towards you, it means that there is that somebody special in your life. So Conchita, I see that it's you're putting your heart out there.
I'm not looking for anyone, but if there are rules with the ring, you better follow those rules. So,
you are somebody who gives out so much love to to other people. Do you think about how it is going to be someone maybe a little bit more difficult? Because as you said, you have so many friends now, to find somebody who you identify with.
Well, I think it's not especially about, being now Conchita. It's I think most of the gay men in my surrounding especially are like, okay, I kind of like you. It was even before, Sure. But I think all the drag queens have similar problems with men, because everyone is like, I don't want to have a drag queen as boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, well, okay, then bye. Because, on the one hand, it's a good thing, because I know immediately, you are or you're not the prince.
Sure.
So.
And what would be your type of person? And I don't mean looks-wise, but I mean, what would be the things that you would look for in an individual?
Oh my God. Intelligent, charming, and fun.
I'm 3 for 3 here. I'm 3 for 3 here, people, okay? Change that ring around. So obviously, so they would be your core qualities that you would.
Yeah, totally. I think on top is fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And as you were saying, you've lots more people who who want to get to know you now. Are you still as, you know, open and as accepting as you were before? Or do you have to be a little bit more on your guard? Because I suppose, you know, people want to have a little piece of you because you are Conchita Wurst Eurovision winner now.
We changed it a bit. It's not like that I'm shy now, but now I really have to, you know, think about going out right now will take me 10 minutes. I have to go on stage in about 5. So I have to say, I'm sorry, but I will come back. You know, and this is what we do. So I return to my fans when there is enough time. But I think it's not fair, you know, just rushing through and like, pictures and so we take our time when it's the best moment. Sure. And this is what we do.
Okay. We're going to start a campaign here now. Okay. You remember when we met in Dublin, and then we met in Amsterdam, and then we met in Copenhagen, and there was one designer who said, you know, get in contact, call us, and she hasn't called.
No.
Okay. That person was Donatella Versace, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So myself and Conchita off camera decided we're going to start a campaign now, aren't we? Okay. This is what we want everybody to do who sees this video, okay? We want you to tweet Donatella Versace, and we want you to tell her that she needs to get in contact with Conchita and give her a fantastic dress. And to be quite honest with you, I'll suffer and I'll wear a Versace suit as well. You know, if you're in for a penny, in for a pound, you know. So we want everybody out there. Okay, no, I'm serious about this. We want everybody out there. Start tweeting Donatella Versace to Conchita Wurst and Eurovision Ireland. We want the clothes. We want the swag.
Well, actually, I want to meet her because I adore her that much. And I think I could be her little black-haired sister.
You could be her muse.
That would be great.
Yes, you could be her muse.
No, I really want to meet her. And beside Versace, the brand is just fabulous. But I love fashion in general. But there are a few people, especially in the fashion scene, which are so inspiring, and I really want to meet. You know, and Donatella is, of course, one of these icons you should meet.
The other person you were talking about in the press conference was Victoria Beckham.
Yes.
Huge fan of Victoria Beckham, are you?
I am. Yeah.
What is it about Posh Spice that you like?
Well, I first of all, I think she does chic like no one else. She's so minimalistic, and I just love it. And I love her face, and I think she's just so chic. And I think her story is a very inspirational one, because she started being a very, of course, successful pop star. But once she decided to do in fashion, I'm sure that there were people out there, they're like, well, another celebrity line, what else? Sure. So, but she created a world brand. So this is very inspirational.
Well, I know you have a background in fashion, which you told me about in Copenhagen.
I do, yeah.
So that could be a very nice transition for you.
Oh, well, you know, I always say music is the love of my life. Sure. But fashion is also a very big part of my life. And one day, I'm sure, I know myself, I want to, you know, keep on creating stuff, you know, and maybe the next thing is close. Well, not the next thing, but, you know.
You're a creative individual, and that comes out in different areas.
Yeah, totally.
I think the big thing that a lot of people are asking, because your lovely manager, Rene, who's over there, planted the seed in everyone's mind when you won Eurovision, and he said, ORF, you have your presenter for Eurovision 2015. Would you do the job if they offered it to you?
Of course. And I said it at the press conference. Kathy was sitting next to me. She's the boss of Austrian broadcaster. And I said, I will represent the Eurovision Song Contest 2015. And she was looking at me like, what did you just say? And I said, yeah, it's embarrassing to say no right now. So, continue. And yeah, we'll see.
I think it would be an inspired choice.
I think it would be fun.
And I think you would need a male presenter with you.
I think so too. You have someone in mind.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work because we're just giggling and turn around saying, did you see that?
Did you see that song and dress? Oh my God. Now, the final thing before we go, because there's so many other people out there waiting to interview you, that's because people love you. What would you like to say to all the people out there who have listened to your message of tolerance, who very importantly loved your song and loved your performance and loved the way you sing? What would you like to say to all those people out there who have come along and joined the ride? Because there's over 800,000 of them follow you on Facebook. I wish I could have that many following me, girlfriend.
One day, one day. Well, what can I say? Of course, I'm beyond thankful, and I'm even more thankful that you all gave me this chance of, you know, having this kind of career. And I really work hard on not disappointing you, and I work hard on making great stuff, whether it's music or something else. And well, yeah. This is all for you, and I'm very, very thankful about that.
Well, I hope that when your new album comes out, whenever that does, that you come back to Dublin and you share that with us.
Yes.
Because we know, you know we love you, you know, and you know that I love you, and you know that we want to share everything with you and share your story with everybody. And so please come back and stay for a longer period of time. Yes. And we're going to go to the Guinness factory.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think the next day is a day off.
Oh, completely. So no flights that day either, okay?
All right.
So Miss Conchita Wurst, as always, an absolute pleasure. I cannot put into words how happy I was that you won Eurovision.
Thank you so much.
There was nobody there who wasn't as deserving as you were on so many levels, so many levels. And just remember, I told you were going to win. So when I tell you something, I'm always right.
I'll take that.
And she's going to be have a partner pretty soon, and the ring will be turned the other way, and the whole shebang, you know, okay? So Miss Conchita Wurst, as always, a pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time tonight at the George.
Thank you so much.
Yes, the wonderful George, and we'll be there to boogie with you as well.
Yes. Great.
And come and stay longer the next time.
I will.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the time has passed. Hearing from the mirror, no, there is near. A stranger getting nearer. Who can this person be? You wouldn't know me at all today. From the fading light.